So here I am, I'm out on the new board. I'm about to give it a bit of a whirl. I'm going to start off in low and see how I go. Very excited. I'm only going to go for a short whiz tonight around the block a bit and get a few Ks in and see how we go. I'm really excited about this, and I've never been happier, to be quite honest, but here goes nothing. Alright, so we're in low speed, as you can see. It's probably flashing around a little bit there. It's got a really nice feel to it. We're zipping along quite now, so we're getting it 20 k's an hour on low. So just ease myself into this board. As I said, it's brand new. Look at those trucks back there. Look at those. I don't have a magic pole, so I'm sorry about those people out there. Yeah, it's whizzing along nicely. This is it, where the TRX 2.0 is out. So we're just going to push this up to mode medium. I don't know if you can see that with all the flickering going on, but we're just going up to mode medium. Straight away I notice the acceleration is a lot higher. Speed wise, whoa, jeez, I'm not seated right. I'm obviously a newbie to this, so stay with me, people. We're zipping along. Compared to the Tranzite, she definitely sits a bit wider. So we're scooting along quite nicely here. It's got a little bit more, and a bit of an incline here, not very big. Skating around a little bit, not really used to these, so doing about 26, 27 going up the hill. Ooh. So it's a little bit wobbly for me at the start. I've got to get used to this board. Oh, dog. Oh, brakes are excellent. So we're going to zip back up again. As you can see, the acceleration. Geez, I love the sound of those belts. They're great. So down a little bit of a decline, quite easily jumps up to 30 k an hour in medium. It's a bit windy. Sorry about the wind, people, but it's a bit windy out tonight. It's blowing me around a little bit, which doesn't help. Whoa. So it sits on 30 quite well. As I said, it's a little bit loose compared to the GTR and the Tranzite, but man, those brakes are awesome. Geez, they jump on. Those brakes are brilliant. Actually, the brakes are probably more aggressive than the Tranzite and the GTR. Zipping along here. I tell you, I just want to find my groove in this board, and it's not too bad. I'm sitting on 30 k's an hour down a footpath and cracking along here quite well. Those brakes, geez, they're great. So much more confident on braking now. Absolutely brilliant. Hardly any noise on that at all. It just rolled along. I wasn't going very fast, obviously. This is brand new concrete, but it's really steppy. You can hear him chunking along. But I tell you what, the Cloud 120s are just chilling it up a little bit and enjoying it. Nothing too major. shoot along here and then I'll jump out on the road and give it a bit of a blast along here. We're going to go and do a wander past a mate of mine's place. Let's go on a scooter and see if I can give him a bit of a scare. Alright, so I'm still in medium and I'm still cracking along. I'm gonna just bump this up to high. Alright, so the acceleration is definitely much more aggressive. Just you can feel the difference between low, medium and high on the acceleration. The brakes are still, you can feel the brakes biting in hard, which is great. I'm sorry about the wind, people. I'm on my GoPro here. Quite easily, it just climbs on up there to wherever it wants to go. A bit of a speed check later, I think. So the acceleration is much stronger. Got a zip on here. Undulation in the gutters, which is why I went to 120s, because around where I live there's a lot of really big jumps. Wow. Alright, so that's my comfort feeling at the moment until I get a bit more used to it. So I'm sort of 10 minutes in and it's wanting to just drive away from me already. So that's it. That's where we're going, and we'll give it a bit of a crack now. So here I am. Been out on the board for probably half an hour now. And just thought I'd give you a quick wrap up. I am loving this thing. It is epic. As you can see down here, it is sensational. Those remoters, have a look at that bad boys. How good do they look? I am absolutely smacking this board. I couldn't be happier. I have to say though, out of the box, check the trucks, a little bit loose, so as soon as I'm getting over about 30 k's or 28 to 35 k's, it's getting a bit wobbly. So I'm still a newbie, so I've got to be careful. I am learning as we go, but I am absolutely loving this board. I could not be happier. Great purchase, and it's doing everything I expected it to do and more. Braking is sensational. I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown when I get back to my place and walk through a bit and just tell you how I've gone and tell you a bit more about how I feel. So far, I could not be happier. Great purchase, great bit of kit, and it's quick. Acceleration is epic. So yeah, more to come on this, but first ride. As absolutely novice here, as you can see, who would get a bright blue brain bucket? Obviously me, but loving it. Talk soon. You see, in high mode now. I'm just going to give it a bit of a lap from standing start. Not in a straight line, which doesn't help, but see, it sort of just jumps up really quickly. See, it's great riding. A little bit squirrely, as you can see, but really speaking, good stuff. Afternoon, evening, good night. Sun's peering through the bushes or the trees. About 26k an hour. It's sort of where I'm comfortable at the moment with this board. I know a little bit of tuning, a little bit of tightening of those trucks. I'm going to get a lot happier. Haven't backed off. Nice carb ability. Still reaching in. Still comfortable. Just that 28k mark for me at the moment. It's just the truck box feel a little bit loose. I'm an 86 kilo guy, 5'7"-ish. So in the old world times, I don't even know what that is in centimetres, maybe 173, 171, I don't know, whatever, I'm sure. Hear them really kick in. It's 38k an hour, straight up like that. Just had a quick glance down because I'm not really confident to be showing multiple hands like this when I'm going quick. Stop it here and I'll cross the road and So, first impressions of my new TRX 2.0, 2021 model. I could not be happier. Trucks are a little loose for me. I'm 87 kilos, thereabouts, 86 I think. 7 foot, sorry, 7 foot, 5'7". Yeah, about that. Not a very tall person, a bit chunky I suppose you'd call me. Straight out of the box riding this, it came in basically full charge. I'm going to get it on charge tonight so I can go out again tomorrow. I did about, now let me have a look. Awesome logo again. I did about 6.5 kilometers straight up tonight, and from brand new, it was fully charged and it's dropped 1 bar on the board. So obviously it wasn't completely charged, and it was, not a deep cycle charge, so we'll get that on and get it charged up tonight. First impressions. Motors are awesome, didn't get hot. I gave them a bit of a belting in high mode, got up to about 38k an hour. As I said, at about 28, 29, it gets a bit squally, but it wasn't bad enough that it distracted me. And I just pushed a little bit harder in high mode and I got up to about 38. So it's still comfortable enough, but for me, I just want them a little tighter. So at that 28k mark, I'm going to get a little bit more stability out of them. The 120 cloud wheels are awesome, really, really grippy. I felt really confident with the concave deck and everything, as you can. Same as the TRX 1.0, there's a traditional one, the first one they made, original. Really be able to hook in and dive into them with your feet. Found my foot holding position really well. I've only got a small foot though. I'm size 8 men's Australian, or size 8, 9 thereabouts. So not big feet, but they sit perfectly in here. No movement. So I actually found myself moving my feet around a little bit. When I was getting a bit quicker, I was shifting back a little bit and into this groove back here. I probably won't put the top deck on it. I found that the concave section with my feet, because I've got slightly smaller feet, were better probably without it. I found they're a little bit more control. The turning on this is ridiculous, so to the point where I found myself at slow turns diving in really hard, and it was actually, it wanted me to get off the board because I'm turning in so sharp. So, but general turnability, going up large gutters and stuff, didn't have a problem with. I didn't get any. No scuff marks on the bottom at all. First thing, and I gave a few gutters and stuff. I went down, no movement at all.
I've got to say the finish on this is just surreal. I've got some dirty marks on it, as you can probably see from the video that you see there. I did have it in the dirt a little bit, just to see how the Cloud 120s feel. Obviously loose because the Clouds are not the best in the dirt, but at the same time I didn't feel like I was going to be bailed off or kicked off. I did hit one substantially large rock. How big was it? Probably a 50-cent piece Australian, which is, I don't know, nearly an inch diameter or 3/4 of an inch diameter, thereabouts. It did spit me off. So as per normal, if you hit something that large, you're going to get bailed off no matter what you're on, even ATs I'd expect, unless you're on a barge board. But I'm loving this. The 120s are the perfect fit for me. I feel that they're big enough to hit most small rocks and stuff, and being a beginner, just give me that little bit more comfort for a good ride. So if you're looking at one of these and you're sitting on the fence, as I said, I've ridden the Tranzite of a mate of mine, Tom, who got me into it. Tom, you're a bad man, bad guy, but I love you because you've opened up my eyes to a sport that I thought I'd forgotten or I wasn't able to do anymore, and that's skating. Like most people, I grew up skating from the age of about 7 or 8 right through till 2022. I've still got boards. I've got one over there which I bought a few years ago just to skate with my daughters. They love skating, and I think when they're happy enough to, I think they might get a bit of a crack on this in low mode obviously. Now, getting to the modes. Low mode, when you start off, you give it a push because it's not really going to be going anywhere. It doesn't really want to drag you away in a hurry at all. So if you're crossing roads and stuff and you're on low mode, you're going to struggle. So if you're new to the boarding world and you want to play on low mode, go to a basketball court or a netball court, an outdoor one, and have a bit of a skate around in low mode. No hills, no inclines, because low mode won't do anything for you at all. Basically, it'll get you to about 20 Ks, but you've got to really wait for it to come on. Medium mode, the acceleration is far superior. Again, on hills and so forth, medium mode's going to get you so far, and then it's really going to take off. High mode is where I skated. I didn't go into pro mode. I will probably give that a crack tomorrow after I give this a charge and tighten the trucks and so forth up for myself. As I said, I felt they were a little bit loose out of the box for me, but each to their own. A bit of a personal thing of how you want to feel and how you want to carve. As I said, I like to feel what I'm doing, and up at that 26, 28K mark, I got a bit squally, but it's not the board's fault. The board is awesome, double kingpin trucks. Everything from what I've seen is pretty much as reported. I love it. I can't recommend it enough. Hopefully I stay with that opinion. I'm going to ride it as much as I can tomorrow morning. I've got a few things on, but I'll see how many Ks I can get in. And stay tuned, because there's going to be a distance test as soon as the weather changes, because we've got a sunny day tomorrow, then rain coming. We'll see how we can get that in after we get a full charge on it. And I do have the AT175s coming. Apparently they're coming out in April. They're shipping in April, so I got this pretty quick. My fingers are crossed that I'm going to be able to bring the AT175s and show you how those are on this board. But I'm damn excited. Anyone out there, the detail on this board is beautiful. I cannot recommend them enough. Lycaon, you've made me very, very happy. I was very worried about buying a board that I didn't have a really good knowledge on and I hadn't tried. Thank you. I love this. This is great, and this is going to give me a lot of amazing days to come, amazing happiness to come. So, hope you all enjoy the video. Stay tuned, because there's more to come about this board, and as I said, the coming weeks will definitely shed some light on how I feel about it, and I'm assuming that I'm going to be the same way in weeks to come, because so far everything that I've had to do with Lycaon, they've been brilliant. Kept me up to date as much as possible. As soon as it left factory, they couldn't update me because obviously it was with the shipping guys. The shipping guys in Australia, the company it came with, are not my favourite company, but those guys are awesome. They got it here, they gave me reasonable updates. There was about a 24-hour period where I had no idea where the board was, and I was worried that it wasn't going to get here before the weekend. Guys, You did awesome too. You got it here on a Friday for me, and I love it. I'm gonna keep raving for hours, so I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna put this on charge. I'm gonna cut this video so you can all see it. Until next time, enjoy. Thanks very much for watching. JeepyT, Craig Taylor, out.